Peace, blessings, and enough holy and a lot of love to everyone, all the brand ambassadors here at Deep Dive on Passive Globally Changing Lives this December 22, 2022. Wonderful time to be alive. Hi. Wonderful time you are here at a time just for this. Yes. And so we just want to start properly, as we know that our song to start is In It to Win It by Lerato.
To the future we rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the
Stay tuned for more.
And more you shall get. At this time, another brand ambassador, entrepreneur, mother of 5, grandmother of 8, inspirational speaker, and of course, host of Real Talk Stream Live on Facebook. CEO, data center owner, brand ambassador, Jacqueline L. Warner is going to now give you the mindset. Over to you.
Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for the introduction. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And thank you for always being here for us. Thank you so much. Good evening, good night. Let's say greetings to all the brand ambassadors all over globally. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loaning me your listening ear. It's truly amazing, amazing, amazing. Anyway, like Dr. Derek said, it's all about the mindset. Anyway, like you said, my name is Jacqueline Warner. Yes, I'm a mom and all that good stuff. And I just like in helping others. And this opportunity, when it came by me, it really stood out to me because it was about uplifting humanity. And I think that's each and every one of us up down deep in our hearts wants to help on a bigger scale, in a deeper way. And so Mr. Ferrara has shared his vision with us, and we actually need to know where we're going and how we're going to get there. And so far, we have this great vehicle that's already there, and we just got to hop on. But before we hop on, we need a roadmap. And each and every one of us need to focus and reevaluate ourselves and see what we need to do, where we're weak at, what direction we're going, what are my thoughts, what do I want to do in life, how do I want to help Mr. Ash Mafara to uplift humanity. And all these things should be like floating around in our brains, or better yet, instead of them floating around, you write them down as they come, because our Heavenly Father gives us ideas, and we got to be ready to jot them down. And sometimes when we don't jot them down, they don't come back right away. You don't remember them. So you need a roadmap, and the roadmap is going to have a lot of different angles in it. You might want to help this person, you might want to do this, or you might want to do that. But you have to jot them down, and then you got to decide what you're going to do first. And a lot of your roadmap is going to start with us first. You got to start with us first. We need to make sure that we know where we're going. So when we bring someone or found someone interested and they want to uplift humanity, that we can guide them and we can help them. But that goes with us knowing where we're going. And then we can help someone else get to where they're going. So having a roadmap is very important. It's just like when you're going on a trip, you need a map. You need to know your destination. You need to know where you're going. What's along the way. What stops or obstacles might be in that particular direction that you're going. So you need a roadmap. All of us do. And getting a roadmap is not as hard as you may think. Don't think of anything hard, because it's just like when we was going from first grade to second grade, we will think, oh my God, I'm going to second grade. The work is going to be harder now. Don't think of it hard. Just think of it as a challenge, and it's a good challenge because you're going to grow from it. It's something you're going to grow from. You're going to learn from it, and then you're going to be able to help somebody else. So you got to get that roadmap. And I think we just need to focus on what we really want to do, what your talents are or niche, and find those out, put things and start putting things in order. So, if you put them in, set them up where you go to what you need to go to first, and then what the second area that I would like to visit, and then the third, and goes on like that. But once you got a roadmap, you have a better vision, you're more focused, and you will accomplish whatever you set out to do because of that roadmap. Yeah, sometimes it's going to be a little challenging, But because you're making that effort and you're doing something every day, you're going to be successful. It's because if you don't do anything, you don't get a roadmap, then you don't know where you're going, and you're going to be going around in that murky water, getting nowhere, accomplishing nothing, and then said, it failed me, unpassive failed me. No, no one actually fails us. We failed ourselves. And we got to learn how to stop failing ourselves. Dr. T gave some great ways for us to be successful, for us to accomplish what we need to accomplish. And we just, if you wrote them down last week, you can always go back, review them, and use them when you're setting up your roadmap. These are the things that I need to do before I get on my trip, before I start my journey. These are the things that's going to make me a better person. These are the things that's going to keep me in check, especially if you depend on the Heavenly Father. That alone is a great, like I remember Dr. C, she said it was the protocol. I think it was protocol, something breaker. So you got to stay focused, and you got to know what you're doing from this time in, because after you already got the engine, you got the car, it's ready, you can put the key in, you're getting ready to start up. You got to have that map ready. And if you don't have the map ready, you're going to be confused. You're going to seem that you're lost. You're going to be calling this one. Everybody going to have their road map, and they're going to start getting. I'm not saying they're going to have time for you, but when it gets started, once the car starts rolling, you're going to have to roll with it. And that's why having your roadmap together, whatever your road, you can set up your map any kind of way. I can tell you anything, but you know exactly what you need, what you need to do, and what you want to accomplish in your life or in this lifetime, and how you're going to leave generational wealth for our children. All that we need to focus on. And not saying that some of the webinars before has taught us a lot, has opened our mind to think in those directions. And all we have to do is implement them. But if we don't implement nothing that we learn, and we just hear it and do nothing about it, just like the word, you can hear the word, but if you don't implement it, then you go nowhere, and you don't have no understanding. You feel all alone and get confused, and all this negative stuff start rolling in. And before you know it, it's like you cover yourself with a whole bunch of sand, and you can't dig yourself out because it's so heavy. So get a roadmap. And this is the time while everybody is migrating to our ecosystem. Let's go ahead and get, if you're already signed up and you got everything going, and you're navigating, you feel comfortable, let me get my roadmap together. Because you're going to need a roadmap. You're going to need to know where you're going. What's your destination? And then from there, everything will be easy. Of course, we're going to get off things in the trials and tribulations. It comes with the word. It's going to happen. But you direct yourself, you got your roadmap, all that stuff that might come your way, you might able to just go right through it without it even overwhelming you or holding you down or stopping you from going to your next level. So that's all I really want to talk about tonight. Is just the roadmap. Get it together. We all got to get it together. Stay focused, stay engaged, and stay unified. And I love each and every one of you. And just have a beautiful and blessed Christmas, and enjoy your family and have fun. Where I almost didn't. I was so busy myself, and I see 8 o'clock. I say, "Oh my gosh!" So right away, I was enjoying the moments. Anyway, I thank you so much for your listening ear, and remember what I said: get your roadmap in check, so we can have a smooth ride, a smooth journey. Besides the hiccups that might come along with life itself. But if long as you make it a little easier, God do his part, man, then your ride is successful. So thanks again and have a lovely evening. Thank you, Dr. Derrick, and thank you, brand ambassadors, for your listening ear.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That was awesome. Really, really appreciate it. Brand ambassador Jackie Warner. That was so awesome. Wow. Hey, roadmap. Yes, we don't really use roadmap anymore. It's GPS if we're going digital. So get your GPS. I can't tell when last I see a roadmap. Oh my goodness. Carlton, I don't know when last I saw a roadmap. Oh my goodness. GPS now, GPS. Yes, get your GPS because you're going to need to, to go in the right direction. Thank you very much, brand ambassador, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Okay, all right. We're just going to shift gear because on that roadmap, every one of us want to have the right lifestyle in order to enjoy their wealth. Because listen, Ashmafara said the wealth is coming. You don't need to worry about the wealth because it is coming. That is definitely coming. So what we need to do, really and truly, is to work on ourselves to get to enjoy that wealth. Because as I said on Tuesday, that my brother had a friend, a big man for me, because my brother was older than me, So yeah, big man, because I worked for him when I just left high school for about a few months before I went into the military. And that man, had big business, big construction business. I was the one that set up all of his warehouse and put everything on inventory and set up his data system and whatever it was, big operation and whatever. So that man couldn't enjoy life because he has to go on dialysis 3 times a week. So he could not enjoy his life, couldn't enjoy it. All right. When that was what, back in the 80s. That was back in the 80s, And you and I know that back in the 80s in Jamaica, if you are driving a Mitsubishi Pajero, you lose. A Mitsubishi Pajero in the 80s, you lose. And so his lifestyle was that which is centered around going to dialysis 3 times a week. And so what we want to look at today for a few minutes, what we want to deep dive in for a few minutes is the right lifestyle to enjoy wealth. And I learned the other day of a pill that keep you fit and lean, protects heart and bone, good for the brain, good for the body, makes you strong and confident, helps with depression. Can you imagine one pill doing all of this? I know the pharmacists do have it. It improves mood. So when you have all of those mood swing going left, right, center, up and down, it improves mood. And of course, it reduces risk of cancer. It adds years to your life. and it doesn't have any side effect. What? No, it doesn't have any side effects. It's very, 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 very cost effective. Oh my goodness. Now you're talking about something that I need. Anything that is cost effective, it's definitely something that I need. Right, Sir Carlton? It's something that I need. Definitely. So, question. What do you think this pill is? This magic pill, this one magic pill that you and I can take and have those very effective results. Anyone? 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 Anyone have any idea? No? Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you something. It is among, I mentioned it on Tuesday, it is among these 8 free doctors. And so we're just going to look at one of them, because to talk about 8 free doctors, it's kind of hard in one little few minutes. And so we're going to look at this one pill that if you take it, if you do it, it will assist you with all of those 10 things that we talk about. And that one thing is exercise. Exercise. Very, 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 very tantamount importante. And I just made up that one. All right. Wonderful. All right. I'm not preaching, but Moses, Joshua, had said to him, let us fight with the Amorites, Amalekite. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And we're not talking about a little dibby hill. I soon give you something on that. Right? And it's the word say, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of God, and wilt to do right in his sight, and give ear to his commandment, and keep his statute, I will not put any of these diseases upon you, which I have brought upon the Egyptian, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. Now we're talking about this battle that Moses, and at this time, Moses was 120 years old when he fought this battle. As you know, it was 80 years old when Moses went into Egypt to let the people go out of Egypt. And the plagues, the 10 plagues and all of those things. All right. So this battle took place in Rephidim. And it was a brutal battle. Brutal battle. The height of this hill is 3,000, sorry, what am I saying? 3,120 feet above sea level. Now let us look at Grenada. There's a highest hill in Grenada is 2,760 feet. Highest hill in El Cerro del Apre in Trinidad is 3,080 feet. One of the highest hill in Dominica is the Morin de la Boltin, 4,747 feet. And of course, the highest mountain in Jamaica is 7,204 feet above sea level. Now, listen. Moses run go up the hill over 3,000 feet above sea level. And Moses run, not walk and stop and walk and stop. He ran, right? And it was on this hill that the two persons, Aaron and hold up his hand for the whole day. Because after about few hours, Moses, of course, got tired. And so I mentioned it yesterday that there are 5 blue zones. One in Italy, one in Japan, one in California, one in Costa Rica, and one in Greenland. And so let us kind of look where these places is on the map. Costa Rica is somewhere, in Central America, right? Off in the, near the Panama Canal, like a place right there. The other one, of course, is in Italy, Sardinia in Italy. And of course, it's an isolated Greek island, which is Urquina. The next one is, of course, in Japan, Okinawa in Japan. And the other one is, of course, in Loma Linda, California, USA. Why are these places known as blue zones? The reason these places are known as blue zones, only 5 places in the whole world, is that people naturally live to be centurions and above without the aches and pains and the suffering that quote unquote old age brings. So why? It's because of lifestyle. 8 free doctors. 8 free doctors. Doctor number 1 is nutrition. Doctor number 2 is exercise. Doctor number 3 is water. Doctor number 4 is sunlight. And what you really get from sunlight is vitamin D. This is the only supplement that people that live north of the equator, need to take. So from once you live anywhere from Florida, actually, anywhere from Florida in the US going up north, you need to take this supplement, vitamin D, especially this time of the year when there is little or no sunlight. Little or no sunlight. If you are over on the eastern side of the world, then anything above Cameroon, but once you're gone above Cameroon, then you need to take vitamin D supplement. And this is the only supplement you need to take if you're not getting enough sunlight. The next 3 doctors are Dr. Temperance, Dr. Air or Oxygen, Dr. Rest, and of course, Dr. Trust in God. And those are your 8 free doctors. We are looking mainly on Dr. Exercise. So with Dr. Exercise, it's all about exercise, getting brain activity. So if you look at the brain on your left and you look at the brain on the right, we will recognize that after you sit quietly doing nothing, the brain activity is very, very small or limited. But if you even start to walk, just walk, not skipping, not running. If you even walk for 20 minutes, look how the brain light up. It's a nice, nice look when the brain light up. Henry Ford, whatever you think you can or think you can't, you are usually right. So if you think you can do it, or if you think you can't do it, you are usually correct. I don't know how many of us remember Hulda Crooks. Hulda Crooks is a lady that at age 45, she had bad, terrible health. So bad that it was, doctor leave her to dead. And by the time she reached age 64, it was so bad that she changed her lifestyle. Walk, jog, climb mountain, early to bed, early to rise. And at 95, she walked 2 miles a day. At how old? 95. A 95-year-old woman walking 2 miles a day. And at age 45, she had such bad health that she couldn't even walk. She was almost next to bedridden. Can you imagine? And so, 7 reasons to exercise. Stronger body, 1. Increase immune system health, 2. Strengthen your heart, very important. Improve your skin and aging, very important too. Decrease stress, better your mood, cholesterol and blood pressure, better sleep, and that is very important. A lot of people have restless nights. Oh my goodness, as my head hit the pillow, I am gone. No problem where that is concerned. The NIH research DPP program study on over 3,000 persons, 4 groups. Spectacular result. Stop the study in the middle. Spectacular. Exercise. Knowledge without action is futile. Abdul Bakar. Let us take a look at these persons that as a grandparent, they are doing well, even become bodybuilders.
Leslie Maxwell, a youthful grandmother who works out 5 times a week, has told how her muscles have helped her date men decades younger than her. Leslie Maxwell, a 63-year-old woman from Melbourne, is a full-time fitness professional who puts her ageless looks and busy dating life down to her growing fitness regime, which sees her working out for an hour 5 times a week, doing deadlifts and squats. The personal trainer, who is single, after splitting with her ex-husband who was 13 years her junior, didn't start working out until she hit 48, winning her first figure competition just a year later. The fitness guru, who made the move from the beauty industry to fitness, says her change in lifestyle has seen her approached by men years younger than her, and that she feels better than ever. After previously working in promotions and as a makeup artist, Leslie says she loves her new glam fitness life as she has now won almost 30 titles for her impressive physique. Revealing her lifestyle, which has kept her looking youthful, Leslie said, "Firstly, look after yourself and your body with nutrient-dense food, no refined or junk food." Although she is a grandmother to 3 kids, Leslie's routine now sees her at the gym 5 times a week for an hour-long session, which includes deadlifts, squats, chest press, and ab exercises. With this routine, Leslie claims she is happier and healthier than ever before, with an equally satisfying love life. Mike Millen. Mike Millen is a retired engineer, now personal trainer as well as a sports and fitness model. Mike's outlook on life is really one to aspire to, and at 65, he's in better shape than most 30-year-olds. Mike Millen is at the top of his game when it comes to training, and when he's in the gym, it's him showing others just how far the human body can be pushed. You might find him jumping onto an exercise ball to do squats, balancing on a kettlebell for push-ups, or hanging from the ceiling for a set of pull-ups. Michael has a daughter and 2 grandchildren. Michael has run over 5 London marathons, completing one in 3 hours and 6 minutes following a broken ankle the previous month. His approach to fitness, diet and general well-being is to have fun. His creative workouts are full of positive energy. He is a stereotype-breaking machine, inspiring others to live active lives of passion and purpose. Michael said, "Exercise, sport and a healthy lifestyle has given me a great quality of life, and continues to do so." Gunnar Parsh. Gunnar Parsh is a 68-year-old Dutch Masters bodybuilder, weightlifter and model. He also famous for longest mustache. He lives in Germany. Gunnar Push was his 20-year-old stage anniversary. 1998 for the first time also started with which won championship. He said, yes, there are people start late, but they can too. Don't stop, I think you're one of them. Gunnar Push won the WABA Mr. Universe title in the Supermasters over 50s class. He starts weightlifting, deadlifting and heavyweight bodybuilding at the age of 40. Gunnar Push says, the man was trying to make his way out of the property after he fought back, and he even tried to help move him along, but he struggled with his dead weight. Gradually, Push saw his body transform, and today he boasts abs of steel and toned arms to match, proving his power. In 2018, Gunnar scored first place at the IFBB European Championships at the age of 67. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger is an Austrian-American actor, businessman, former politician and professional bodybuilder. Schwarzenegger began lifting weights at the age of 15, and went on to win the Mr. Universe title at age 20, before winning the Mr. Olympia contest 7 times. He remains a prominent presence in bodybuilding, and has written many books and articles on the sport. Schwarzenegger continues to work out. When asked about his personal training during the 2011 Arnold Classic, he said that he was still working out a half an hour with weights every day. During Schwarzenegger's early years in bodybuilding, he also competed in several Olympic weightlifting and powerlifting contests. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, as well as the sport's most charismatic and famous ambassador. Schwarzenegger gained worldwide fame as a Hollywood action film icon. The 74-year-old veteran Hollywood actor looked youthful, and age is just number for him. Schwarzenegger has been a registered Republican for many years. When he was an actor, his political views were always well known, as they contrasted with those of many other prominent Hollywood stars, who are generally considered to be a liberal and democratic-leaning community. Arnold has gained over 21.1 million followers on his Instagram account.
All right, wonderful. You might say, well, hey, that man started when he was teenager. All right, wonderful. That's cool. That was either 4 or 5 years ago when that YouTube video came on. So she's maybe about 84, 85 now. And she started at 71. So if you don't reach 71 yet, you can start. All right? So what are the excuses that people use why they don't exercise? Hey, I don't have any time. What fit your busy schedule better than exercising 1 hour a day? And you don't even have to do 1 hour. I'm telling you, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's all you need. Maybe even 20 to 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week. That's all you need, because we are getting the notion that, you just do it for 2 months and you're good. No, it's a lifestyle. Put it into your lifestyle. Get up off the couch, stop watching TV for so long, and do at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's simple. Those who think they have not time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Edward Stanley. And that is so true. I can tell you that is very, 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 very true, experience. 2, exercise is boring. I don't like exercise. It's boring. All right. I am too tired. Yeah, well, that is because you're not doing exercise while you're tired. It is why you're tired, because you're not active. Listen, exercise is one of the greatest thing that invigorates your body. We show that with the brain. Remember that those 2 pictures with the brain when you just sit down doing nothing, and the brain when you get up and walk. Invigorate your brain. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start. but you have to start to be great. Hi. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, interval training burns more fat in less time, if that's what you want to do. No, I don't have no fat to burn. So that don't apply to me. Insulin sensitivity, very good, and boost metabolic rate. And so, strength training. Strength training, it helps with arthritis, with diabetes, with osteoporosis, with obesity, with back pain. Back pain, persons who have back pain, exercise. And of course, depression. Yes, exercise is good for depression. One of my all-time world favorite exercise is planking. Planking. And that's it. That don't take up many, you don't need a gym membership. You don't need to throw away your money or waste your money. Planking right there after you climb out of your bed and say prayers for those who say prayers. Planking. Just get into that form. It's the best exercise for your core. The best exercise for your core. Planking, right? Check out some YouTube video, beginners planking, because you have other motions that you can get into when it comes down to planking. But that's it. You stay there for about as long as you can stay there for, and time yourself. So if you do it today, and you stay for 10 seconds, then try tomorrow and stay for 12. The next time you do it, 15, and you try put on more seconds, till you can even do it for a minute. And then you move from a minute and continue strengthening, because it strengthens your body. Very effective. Skipping is one of my best, one of my favorite. Okay, so that is the best thing to do. Why start? If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving. Keep moving. Because anytime you start to sit down in that couch for the whole day, that's where it's done. That's where it's done. And so, I hope that this will invigorate you, not for 3 months, not for 2 months, not for 2 weeks, but you put it in your lifestyle so that when the wealth comes, you would have not only the mindset, but the body and the invigoration in your body to spend that money, that wealth properly, and enjoy it best as you can. I thank you very much.
On Passive, the future of internet.